While the United States Navy has refused to escort merchant vessels from Strait of Hormuz and world debates who will join Trump's proposed Hormuz coalition, India has quietly gone ahead and done what it has always done, looked after its own. The Indian Navy's destroyers have escorted 2 LPG tankers through the Persian Gulf, the first India-bound vessels to successfully make the crossing in nearly 2 weeks. The 2 India-flagged Shipping Corporation of India tankers, Shivalik and Nanda Devi, were together carrying approximately 92,700 metric tons of LPG toward Indian ports. Satellite imagery analyst Damian Simon confirmed the naval presence, highlighting 3 Indian Navy warships were in the Gulf of Oman to escort merchant vessels amid the tense security situation in the region. Shivalik docked at Indian port on Monday evening. The 3rd merchant vessel, Jag Laadki, an Indian-flagged crude oil tanker, was also being escorted out of the Gulf of Oman by the Indian Navy as of March 16th, shipping data and satellite imagery have confirmed. Around 22 India-flagged vessels remain in the Persian Gulf.
The Shivalik LPG carrier, which sailed from Persian Gulf, crossed the Strait of Hormuz and headed towards India, will be reaching today around 5 o'clock in the evening, maybe after an hour or so. And before its arrival, documentation, priority berthing, everything has been arranged at the port so that there is no delay in discharge of cargo by this vessel. All Indian seafarers in Persian Gulf area are safe. No incident has been reported in last 24 hours. And we are in the ministry and in the DG shipping, we are keeping continuous watch on the situation. We are in touch with each vessel and its crew. 22 vessels, as was reported on Saturday also. 22 Indian flag vessels with 611 Indian seafarers remain in the west of the Strait of Hormuz in Persian Gulf. And DG Shipping continues to closely monitor the situation in coordination with ship owners, the recruitment and service licensee, and Indian missions in the region. The Indian flag vessel Jag Laadki, which sailed from UAE on 14th of March, it is carrying about 81,000 of Murban crude oil, is safely en route to India. And it has this vessel and all Indian seafarers on board are safe. Will be reaching tomorrow at Mundra port.
While the Indian Navy has not named the ships deployed for the merchant escort, reports have indicated the warships are likely Visakhapatnam-class destroyers, INS Surat, INS Imphal, and INS Visakhapatnam. Notably, INS Surat had been operating in the region and had previously made port call in Bahrain in Feb 2026. The Visakhapatnam-class destroyers are India's most advanced indigenous guided missile destroyers, built under Project 15B at Mazagon Dock Limited in Mumbai. Each of these ships are capable of firing BrahMos cruise missiles. They can defend against aerial threats, surface threats, and subsurface threats simultaneously, without dependence on any coalition partner. Additionally, Indian ships are no newcomers to these waters. Operation Sankalp has been running continuously since June 2019, following a series of tanker attacks in the Gulf of Oman, with Indian Navy vessels maintaining a permanent presence to escort Indian-flagged merchant shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, Gulf of Oman, and Gulf of Aden if need arises. Since its inception, the Navy has safely escorted hundreds of merchant vessels carrying millions of tons of cargo. The crossing also reflects an important diplomatic dimension running parallel to the naval one. Sources said the passage came about after a series of direct conversations between Indian and Iranian leadership. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held talks with Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian, expressing deep concern over escalating hostilities and emphasizing that the safety and security of Indian nationals, along with unhindered transit of goods and energy, remain India's top priority. Iran's foreign minister clarified that the strait remains open to vessels not associated with its adversaries, allowing Indian ships, which Tehran does not categorize as hostile, to continue using the route. India has leveraged that window through both naval muscle and diplomatic backchannel, a combination that has, at least for now, kept Indian energy supplies moving. It is understood that India will independently ensure safe passage of its vessels without being part of any coalition operating under the existing mandate of Operation Sankalp, rather than signing on to Trump's proposed multinational Hormuz force. More than 22 India-flagged ships remain on either side of the Hormuz, with 6 more expected to head home in the coming days. India's position is deliberate and precise. It will protect its ships, its sailors, and its energy supply lines, but it will do so on its own terms, under its own flag, and outside any coalition that could draw it deeper into a war it has carefully stayed out of.